Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Latest News, the WREXfast Club for Monday, January 6th. How is everyone doing today? It is a Monday, and I think it's the Monday that everyone decided that we're going to get back to work. You know what? We've got to do it. We got to do it. It's crazy here in Los Angeles. Everyone's like, holy shit. It's time. I got to get back to work, and so do we. We took the day off yesterday. We did a watch along. Watch the Manchester United versus Liverpool game. So that was a lot of fun. But today we're talking obviously about Wrexham, and as you can see on the thumbnails, is Dalby To Stay. We're in the transfer window right now, and there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about in regards to the fact that I think it's going to run with the Dalby thing. But with the Dalby thing, and possibly we're going to sign. There's some names out there like Dylan Levitt, who came through the Manchester United Academy. Who's a central midfielder that I've seen play before at the academy at Manchester United. But I have to say, here's my thing. I read this article, Phil Parkinson talking about Dalby, and we talked about it last week. We had a great debate last week with Patty and everybody. My take is this: after reading this, I don't think he's coming back, and I don't think he should come back. And I think I said that last week. So we'll drop into that, and we'll drop into about the game tomorrow as well. Remember, tomorrow we have a live watch along until 11 o'clock PST. So as you can see up there, we'll be going live about 15 minutes before at 10:45 a.m. to get that going. Port Vale and the Jimmy Bag of Donuts trophy. So excited about that. But anyways, thanks for coming in. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Chicky Brewer is in the house, and she is first. Glenda's here. Sarah's here. Bruce, I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Also, just want to I'm using a microphone. Because I'm getting ready for the COSM. To go to the COSM, and I want to make sure that this works when we get down there so we can have it. So how does it sound? Hello, Hip Karma, how are you? Let me know how that sounds. If it's okay. So Patty, how are you? Good to see you, brother. And Marie from SoCal is in the house as well. But yeah, let me know how the sound is going, because I want to make sure that this microphone works. Sounds good. Dyfed Thomas. Nice. Thank you, Dyfed. I love that. I think you're new here. Good to see it. I love that thumbnail. If you are, become makes you like and subscribe, right? Man United and Port Vale. No, sorry. Wrexham versus Port Vale. Jesus Christ. My mind is all over the shop. So I apologize on that. But anyways, let's get into it. And thanks everyone for coming in. Judas, what's going on? And good morning to you. So this is at the Leader Live. Wrexham have an option to recall Sam Dalby from Dundee United. So that's been the talk of the town lately, and it looks like Parkinson's had his say. He's taking stock of the situation over the Sam Dalby. He's done very, very well. He's 25 years old, top of the scoring league up there. I think he has 10 goals, if I'm not wrong. I think he was also, looks like he was Scottish top flight awarded the Player of the Month, which is really good. So happy for him. I think they're in third place up there. I've always said that Parkinson, we've noticed that Parkinson cares about his players, not just on the field, but off the field. And he has a couple good quotes in here that I really like. Parkinson said, Sam is there for the season. There's an opportunity to call him back, and we're just going to weigh everything up, said the Reds boss. Non-committal. I think if they do get their pants pulled down and say, oh, we're not bringing him back, we'll get our pants pulled down and get spanked if we try to go for a striker in January. He says, to be fair to Dundee United, because they've been great for him, and to be fair to Sam as well. He's a player we rate, but just felt it was time for him to go and be someone else's number 9. Now, it's a good quote right there. We have to be fair to Dundee United because they've been great for him, and to be fair to Sam as well. To be fair to all of us, we would love a scoring striker other than our 37-year-old wonder boy Fletcher. Love to bring someone back in that can score goals, but I don't think it's Dalby. That's why I'm saying Dalby to stay. I think Dalby's going to stay. So I think it's going to run, but we can also put it to bed. It's going to continue to have the conversation. This is good to get it out there, kind of in public, having the conversation to all of us. But he is there for the season. There is an option to recall, but I do think he will stay. Goes on to say, Parkinson, he needed that. move, with a great loan move. It's been great for him so far. He's done really well, but we felt if he would give it a run of games, he's got real quality, and it's great for us to watch the game the other night and see him keep getting goals. Good for him. Stands an all-around game and always a good guy. His hold-up play, his intelligence, always good. His hold-up play and intelligence out of possession for the team and tactical awareness is good. Since Parkinson, he has some key moments for us, but probably not as many as he would have liked. But that could be the life of the striker sometimes. Now his movement is in the 6-yard buck has been brilliant, and he's got the scent for the goals, which I'm sure will continue. That says to me he's going to stay up north, and he's going to let him have his due, and he should, and he really should. For us, we do have money to spend. We are overloaded in strikers, but not the right strikers, in my opinion, on certain ways. Like you have a 37-year-old who can't start a game, and you have a Palmer who can't score goals and only contributes for 60 minutes a game and doesn't contribute on offense. He contributes on headed defense, but I think that I think we have a striker problem. Although we have our goal dip is 19, is at 19. I actually don't think we're going to sign one. If we do, I'll be shocked. If we do sign a striker, I'll be shocked. I think he's going to go for a cam. I have a feeling. I do think we need a Palmer replacement in that regard. But I just have a funny feeling. I think JM's going to come back. I think he's going to run Mullen till Mullen starts scoring goals, and as he will. But I have a sneaky feeling. I have a sneaky feeling that Parkinson is not going to go in for a striker. Now, who am I to question him? He's managed 1,000 games, but that's what we're here to kick those tires and have our say. What say you in the chat? Do you think we're going to go in for a striker? And I put it in there as a poll right now. Will Wrexham sign a new striker in January? 63%, 62% no. Yes, and 38% no. So, they say yes and no. I think that's heart and not with mind. It's going to be very interesting to see. But I'll get to some of the chat and have your say. What say you? This is Diefed, Wrexham USA. Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't know this is spelling, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Where are you guys? I miss you guys. I remember Wrexham USA. We had a couple shows together. It's been a lot of fun to do that. My bad. Didn't put two and two together. This is what happens when we don't pay attention. Hey, all, happy snow day for those celebrating. Yes, there is I hope everyone is being safe. There's a huge snowstorm all over the country here in the United States. Kelly says, I can hear you just fine, but it doesn't sound as good as it does normally. I agree with Kelly. Okay, shall I just take this out? 1 second. Let me see. There we go. Okay. Taking them out. I'll take it out. Is that better or worse? Sorry, Kelly. I also agree with Kelly. Can you hear me? Let me know. Yes, we will. I don't know what that means, but I'll catch up. Yeah, all right. So I took that out. So I'll figure this out. So thanks all very much. Morning, Esteban. How are you? Esteban with a great story yesterday about how he was tracked by the government as he went into Area 51. Okay. What else? What's up, kids? Nikki D. Hey, all. Good morning from Australia. Joe Rails. What's going on, Australia? We got 2 Australians in the house. 3 Australians in the house right now. There's Ken. What's going on, Ken? Haven't seen him in a bit. I miss my boy Ken. I miss Ken. He's been doing his thing. Diefed says he's out of Dallas this week. Colder. It's colder than Mold Road. Then Nikki D goes back to it, says, I hope they get their seat together and get a striker. But I'm with you, Josh. I think they'll blow it and not get one. I don't think they'll blow it. I just don't think he's going to be in the market for one, Nikki D. I think he's gonna get a cam. I just have a funny feeling he's going to go get a cam. I think he thinks that JM's going to come back, and I think he doesn't want to disrupt. He doesn't want to disrupt the up front. That's my thought process. What's going on? I could be completely wrong. Who the hell knows? I don't know. There's a lot of rumors out there. It is transfer time, and it's a possibility that he could want not. Parkinson could think he has enough to just go up. I do. I don't know. No problems, Kelly. One bit of banter says that. And what else is going on? Much better sound. Okay, great. So the sound is fixed. Apologize for that. Too much caffeine, Josh? Yeah, you sound a bit too sharp. Okay, too much caffeine. Yeah, way too much caffeine. As I hit more caffeine there too. Better sound. You sound all manly now. I do. I have a sound for radio. Evening. All sounds good. You got mud in the mic. Josh got past it. 3 Australians. A crikey. Try the pantyhose shield in front, old school style. Well, I'd like to do that too. All right, good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Let's get back into it. Yes. So on my thing with Dalby, I think he's going to stay up there. I'm glad that he said something about it. I'm glad he gave him his just desserts. But I think he's going to stay. That's my thought process there. All right, what else we got going on? All right, so there was an article here that I want to get to. Also, to the absolute for us. Literally, how many fines we had? This is about the fines. The FA followed the Bristol Rovers game. We got fined, and here we go. I wanted to bring this up too. I think this is our 4th fine of the year. It could be. I could say it in the article. I haven't read it yet. Wrexham and Bristol Rovers have been both fined after the post-match melee. I don't know if I'll call that a melee. Just a little bit of fisticuffs, a little bit of argy-bargy, as you would say, but nothing crazy. Both clubs are subsequently charged, and Wrexham been fined $6,000 and Rovers $3,500. I think this is our 4th or 3rd. It's the 3rd time. There we go, as you see it right there. This season that the Wrexham's been hit with the charge after that. The FA statement read, Bristol Rovers and Wrexham have been fined $3,500 and £6,000 respectively, following the EFL League One fixture Saturday, the 21st December 2024. Both clubs admitted that following the conclusion of the match, they failed to ensure their players did not behave in a which way that is improper and proactive. The sanctions will be subsequently imposed and by an independent regulatory commission. All right. I've never seen a club, any club, up and down any fucking league get charged so much with fines. I don't. This is our 4th fine. Now, granted, it's not a big number, but I was just watching the Inter Milan game, and they were shoving each other two hands on each other's chest. I'm not gonna get fined. I don't know what's going on. I feel like we're being targeted a certain way. Maybe it's just maybe because it's not about the money. £6,000. I mean, it's a lot of money in general, but Jesus H. I mean, why all the time we're getting charged? Go watch the other games. I'm sure there's a lot of argy-bargy going on there too, a lot of pushing going on. But for us to get charged for the 3rd time this season is absolute horseshit. I'm saying that, listen, if I'm saying other clubs do it too, but I feel like we're the ones that always getting charged. Granted, Bristol did get charged too. The football player audit. What's going on with the investment into the club? We need to be in champions. A striker is a must. We have an out of form Mullen and Palmer. Let's not go there. Well, let's not go there. Palmer. I'm holding off on the. I wanted the Palmer way too much. Everyone knows my stance on it. But yes, going back in the show a little bit. Yeah, I do think we need to go in the market for a striker. But also JM's coming back, and I just have a feeling he's not going to do it. We need a replacement for Palmer. But back to the fines. Why? It's not like anyone's throwing haymakers at each other. It's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And those them the rules. Them are the rules. That's fine. Josh, why have you got Port Vale versus Man United? Where? Oh shit! It is up there. My God, look at you. I do have Port Vale. Now I see it. Look at the sharp eyes there too, because I did it last night when I was half asleep. How's that? I will change it right now. That is not good. Well, there we go. Look at this. This is what I'm going to touch buttons right now, and I'm going to change it. Watch, because I had the Manchester United game on. Look at this. Look at that. United. Okay. Watch the magic happen here. What? I didn't even notice that. You guys are good. You guys and gals are sharp. Boom. Changed. Look at that. How to be. Let's cover our paper. Okay. There you go. Change it. It's a 3rd 5. Pocket change. And did Parkinson sign a new defender yet? No, DJ. He's not. He won't even play Scar. DJ. He won't even play Scar. But thanks, John Merrill, for letting me know. He won't even play Scar, by the way. Merrill doesn't miss a trick. No, it's a charge due to failing to control players due to crowding the ref. So it says right here for the charge, fined respectively because both teams admitted that following the conclusion of the match, they failed to ensure their players did not behave in a way which is improper and provocative. Whatever the fuck that means. I have no idea. That's why. And Sarah thinks it's because of our big profile. It is. Failing to control the players. babysit the players? I don't know. Carol in HR, what's going on, Carol? How are you? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. We're calling Dalby unless it's to sell to Dundee. It would be doing the right thing to him, in my opinion. Letting Dundee have him to lock in that golden boot is doing right by him and us. Well, if I think he's out of contract in the summer, if I'm not mistaken. So, which means right now he could probably talk to other the clubs. I'm not sure of his contract situation, but to be fair, let him stay up there. If we need to go and sign a striker, then go sign a striker. So go spend $2 million on signing a striker. But he's not going to be our guy. Does anyone know if tomorrow's game is being streamed in the U.S., not iFollow? No, I think it's just on iFollow. We confirmed that yesterday for the Port Vale Wrexham game, not Manchester United game. I'm sharp eyes. And it says, I won't have anything to do with the profile, conduct towards the officials as it was come from their reports at the end of the game. Yeah, so they go in after the matches, the refs go in and they put a report in. They say, oh, this, and this happened. There you go. James McClain cussed at me and I gave him a yellow card. Whatever. That's that. So it is what it is. But I just honestly feel like we're being kind of targeted a little bit. But it's in the news. We are doing a news show, as we all know, and we will talk about it. So another one I want to get to here was in the BBC here, Ollie Rathbone, who has been a standout player. Has been a standout player since he's come into the starting lineup, and when he did get it, he's showing his class and quality. He thinks we can level up, and I agree with him. I think we have another gear to go to. Right now, we always say we are building calluses, and we're moving through the season and getting there, but we haven't hit our heights yet. Clearly, we have not hit our heights yet. I was looking at today. There's a stat that came out today, which I was checking out too. It's I took a picture of it. It says that. Okay, where is it here? There you go. There you go. Right before I get to that one, it says Fletcher 4 goals. Fletcher's goal against Peterborough was the 4th time in 6 games that he has come off the bench to score in the final few minutes. Now that's saying something in regards to that. We're kind of stealing matches at the time, whether we should or not. We're stealing the matches at the end of the game. And Fletcher has been great, but also Ollie Rathbone has been fantastic. The cross that when they put in the other day was absolute pinpoint, beautiful, able to get able to get Fletcher's head on it and move through the chains and get another goal. Rathbone said they think we can still reach another level. Another level. I agree with him. He goes on to say it's a sign of a good team, says Rathbone, especially if you want to get promoted, that you can't get into a slump or a poor run of form. And we haven't yet. We have not gotten into a poor run of form yet. We have drawn some games. We lost a game the other day, but we're not in a poor run of form. Remember last year at this time, we lost Stash, we lost Evans in the middle of the park, and we dipped a bit. It wasn't a huge dip, but we did take a dive. We haven't had that yet. And to be fair, Wickham and Birmingham City have not had that yet either, which is why we're all at the top of the table and keep all going through. I think it's 4-2, by the way, 4-2 with the automatic promotions, with Huddersfield and putting in there too. He said it's a good thing, especially if you want to get promoted. That you can't get into a slump or a poor run of form. We haven't allowed that to happen since Rathbone, especially if you want to get after losing to Barnsley, we've shown the character and belief, and big game players have turned up in big moments. Fletch has done that in recent games. He has done that in recent games, but we cannot continue to go to that well because it's going to dry up. It's going to dry up. It really will. And I hope it doesn't, but we cannot continue to go to the well, sitting here for 89 minutes, bang back in the net 1-0. We cannot continue to rely on that because that will dry up. Not here for the optimism, obviously. Ugh. Oh, well, I mean, I'm being optimistic. I'm being optimistic, G. I love it. It's just G. I love it. Moving on, Rathbone went on to say, he said there's definitely more to come. Barney, the wingback, Ryan Barnett, said something last week that we have not reached our ceiling yet, and he couldn't agree more. We have not reached our ceiling. We have played poor at times. We played great at times, but we haven't reached our ceiling yet, which makes me feel so good. Because if we're saying, oh, this is the best football we're playing, we're still sitting third, we're in trouble. We're not playing our best football. We haven't even put our best foot forward, I believe. We haven't even put the best foot. I know we haven't. I think it's 7. I think it's 8-2-1. 8-2-1. I think that's what we have so far in the last 11 games or whatever it is. But if we were like, oh man, we're knocking out of the park, we can't look back, we're playing our best football, I'd be concerned. We haven't done that yet. Now, granted, this is not an easy division. Everyone knows that. And the championship will be even harder. But We haven't had a great run of form, and we haven't dipped. We haven't dipped as well either. He said we can go up another level, says Ollie Rathbone, and hopefully that'll come in the second half of the season. I believe it will too. Also, too, these guys that have come in that are getting used to playing each other. Matty James, Rathbone. Yes, Dobson has been kind of put in the back seat a little bit. They're all kind of getting used to playing with each other, which is great, which is really good. Revan, I know he played the other day for the first time, starting a match, and I think he did well considering grew into the match. So all the guys are getting used to playing with each other. It's always tough when you have a group of players that haven't played together and trying to figure out what their cadence is, what they're doing. That's why Palmer and Mullen did work so well last year and the year before, because they anticipated what they were doing. Granted, it's not so much this year, but you get used to, like, I know he's going to go short and I'm going to go long. I anticipate like what's going to happen. So there's an anticipation, which is great. And going into the second half of the season, I'm looking forward to us stepping it up a bit even more. So going on to say, so we don't have a game this Saturday. Remember, our next home game is Shrewsbury on the 16th. So I was actually relieved that this Saturday game wasn't on, because it was a 4:30 a.m. kickoff, which for me, which is awful. Which is absolutely awful. Myself and Red Horde wake up at stupid o'clock to get the shows up for the watch along. So I'm happy that one's canceled. But the next home game, the next game we're playing in the league is Shrewsbury, and tomorrow the Port Vale match is at 11 o'clock. So that's good. So on that note, we'll have some rest with some of the guys that need to get rest, which is great. Get on the treatment table. There's Elliot Lee. Brunty hasn't been feeling well. Who else is out there? I think Evans will probably play tomorrow, but there's a bunch of players. Mainly, I think this is time. Parkinson said the other day, JM is 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. So here's my hot take: JM will be on the bench for the Shrewsbury game. I'm just saying, JM will be on the bench for the Shrewsbury game. If not the Shrewsbury game, the one after. But I'm thinking James going to be on the bench for the Shrewsbury game. What do you think about that? He says, last one here, 4 games in something like 9 days is quite demanding physically and mentally, said Rathbone. It'll be good to have a little bit of a break from the league before stepping up things again. True that. The game tomorrow is important because now it's important to get some other players playing. And we'll talk about the Port Vale game real quick. I just want to get to your chat. Before we move on, I'll be relying on you by the play-by-play, Esteban. I'll be here for you, brother. We'll be here for you for tomorrow. And even more man flu. My eyes sort of work. I might try to. Okay. Yeah, a lot of man flu out there. Wrexham needs an impact striker ASAP, not just another body to warm the bench. Whoever we end up getting needs to be rotated in. That's my fear, Shea Daddy. Why I don't think that I don't think he's going to get a striker, because I think that I feel like he'll think that'll upset the cart. He doesn't put people right in. He really doesn't. The only person that came in was Dobson, and now Dobson's been on the bench. Hey, Neil, what's going on? Not going to lie, with the signing of Wickham, have made a top signing for this level. Yes, they signed a defender, I think, from Hanover. Am I right? I put it in the chat, though. But they did lose some players, and putting people in, you never know how it's going to work out. Yes, please like and subscribe. Thank you, Karma. Yes. Smash a like on it. We're getting through this algorithm, figuring it out ourselves, but it's good to have that. And for context, we haven't played anywhere near our football yet either. So it's a good soundbite. I would imagine Wickham players will say the same thing. I totally agree with you. Listen, I think the three of us are the best teams. Wickham, Birmingham City, and Wrexham are the 3 best teams in the league. I think there's some very talented teams out there, like Reading's very talented. Stockport and has some really talented players out there too. Mansfield as well. But the whole as a whole, they're not as good as the 3 teams: Wrexham, Wickham, and Birmingham City. So I don't think we're all playing at our top. Port Vale is my decider match, G, and we'll talk about Port Vale next. We'll talk about who we think is going to be starting. And not gonna. Okay, Matt Al, what's going on, Matt Al? My nephew met up with Humphrey at his work today. Humphrey has a play today, and he said that there's cop news imminent. It's bigger again. Okay, all right. What do you got, Matt Al? What's the news? What do you got? And Humphrey has a work office. Does he have an office? I don't know. Apparently does. We need Elliot Lee back to help create chances. Wrexham is lacking they're lacking a more creative 10 than Elliot Lee for sure. I love somebody who is a little bit more creative than Elliot Lee. But Elliot Lee, we do need it back. Yes, it was a scuffle, not a melee. There we go. Bruce agrees with me. Was it ever released how just in training? Freak accident in training, allegedly. Whatever that means. Wickham had signed Sonny Bradley from Derby. The Hanover player is signing for us on a free in the summer report. Okay, copy that. So Sonny Bradley, that's the guy they're signing. And John Goff, JM is what the team needs. I still don't believe Moles is 100%. Moles gives 100%, but he's not scoring goals. Moles will never not give 100%, which is great, but we need him to score goals. So whatever that is, it needs to happen. Humphrey went to my nephew's place of work. Okay, there you go. There we go. And so what's the news? What do you got? I would add Huddersfield to that list, Josh, but that might be just me. I said, did I say 3? I said 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Well, maybe it's 4 and 2. All right, John, have fun. See you later. Evans, how is he doing? I was just about to talk about that real quick. I think that as we talk about the Port Vale game tomorrow and the Virtue Truck, and when we talk about that, I believe he's going to be starting. If we manage to get promoted without signing a striker, that would be better or worse for us than getting the championship striker. So, in my conversation with Humphrey, he said the conversation is now: do we sign a striker now? And if we end up going up, the money would be negligible. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel that Parkinson maybe might not want to upset the squad by bringing a big name striker to come in and start. Maybe he feels Mo Fall's coming along a little bit more. He feels JM's going to come back. He thinks that Mulls will probably come good. Palmer does a job for him. I know we're not scoring goals. I mean, listen, it's like it's army crawling through to get goals for us. But creativity, I guess maybe more of a creativity thing in the middle of the park than anything else. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch. There are names out there that they're going out there. The Dan Levitt thing Dylan Levitt thing is interesting. A few other ones, Gail Hart from Leeds. I don't think those things are going to happen. But I can see Parkinson not wanting to upset the apple cart, so to speak. I just have that feeling. What's going on with Boyle? I think Boyle surpassed the requirements, although I think he'll probably start tomorrow. Just that there's cop news imminent. Okay. There you go. Cop news is imminent, says Matt Al. How you doing, Matt Al? Good to see you, my brother. Midfield striker is needed. I agree with you, G. Travis Herb. What's going on, Travis? How are you? I know you're a member. Thank you to all the members in here, by the way. I really do appreciate it. It does help out the show and keep going and upgrading everything. So thank you. Hey, Josh, going to the Cosm for Birmingham? Yes, I am. I will be there. I have the Cosm for Birmingham and the Huddersfield match for sure. Are you going, Travis? If you do, please come and say hi. Where are you coming from, and where are you watching from, by the way? Okay, I think Parkinson will bring in a new striker. RE upsetting the apple cart. Mullen is playing the 10 spot now. Anyway, seems the writing is on the wall. Carol, I think you're probably right. I think I'm just being less optimistic and maybe risking the fact that I'm wrong. I mean, he hasn't played Budvardsson, but you're probably right. Cosm VFN. Matt Al says, I think players will be coming in as the club has installed privacy windows alongside the offices. Reportedly, media snoop there, like I do. Yes, of course you do. Matt Al's got all the hotness in there. I'll be there making a drive from Fresno. I'll find you and say hi. Of course, come up and say hi. We're doing the watch along. I think Marie from SoCal will be there with me, hanging out. So we will be in the level 3. So definitely come say hi, Travis Herb, and looking forward to meeting you in person, as everybody for sure. All right, last thing I want to get to here is the Trophy Cup tomorrow, the Joey Bag of Donuts Trophy Cup tomorrow. Now, I think he's going to make wholesale changes. Here's my one thing I don't want him to do. I don't want him to play AO tomorrow. I think Foz 2.0 can go in and play it. I don't think that Chomp needs to come in. I think that he should play Foz. I think he should play Fozzie in there, 2.0. I think that's fine. He also did mention he wants to be fair to some of the players that have been working really hard in training. JJ, Evans, I anticipate those two to start tomorrow. I anticipate JJ and Evans to start tomorrow. I also think, I'm wondering if he'll give, I think Ford will play. I think Anthony Ford will play. I also think up front it'll be Mo Fall and shockingly either Budvardsson or he might even put Mullen in there. But I think Fall is definitely going to make a start for tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. I hope he doesn't play Elliott Lee. Get him rested, get him back. Back line, I think it's going to be Scar, Ford. Who else is going to play? Maybe Boyley. We'll see. Maybe Boyd. I don't know where Brunty is. Brunty's just getting off an injury, so we shall see what's going on there. So it is tomorrow at 7 p.m. GMT. That is 11 a.m. my time. So 10:45 we'll start it off. All eyes will be on the team sheet as we learn how both managers will balance their virtue campaign against their league priorities. I think that we can make wholesale changes. Be 1,001 match for Parkinson. Aaron James has also been extremely impressive in the competition and registered for the first goal ever in the victory last time. I think Mo Fall was lively off the bench in the last 2 games. He will start. And he says right here, it says here, while you combine with John Daddy Budvarton. Maybe it's Budvarton and Fall tomorrow. I think it's Budvarton and Fall up front. Other side of things, they might be glad to rest some of their side for different reasons. They remain firmly in contention for promotion to League 2 this season, but their fortunes have deteriorated since we faced them in the group stage for the competition in mid-November. So they might make some changes. A quote from their manager says, "It's always good to have the hard-fought performances. If we're going to get the win, we will have to earn it," says their manager. The players certainly did that. So we shall see what they're going to do on the other side of things. So milestones, 350th career appearance for tomorrow. I don't think Elliott Lee will be involved. Maybe on the bench, but I don't think he should be starting if he's trying to come back from an injury. And here are the fixtures tomorrow. The round of 16. I believe it probably goes right to Penos, I would say. I'm not sure. But there it is right there. Lincoln versus Bolton, Chesterfield versus Rotherham, Aston Villa under 21 versus Bradford City, and Southern Section Swindon versus Birmingham City are playing. Cheltenham, Colchester, Leyton Orient, Stevenage, Peterborough versus Walsall. So it's going to be, by the way, having won an epic penalty shootout, 18-17. Blackpool and Aston Villa under 21s are the last of the Premier League youth sides standing in the reward of Villa Park. So that'd be fun. 18-17, Jesus H. But should be a fun game tomorrow. I think we sit back. and sit back and enjoy it. I would probably say he's going to make 11 changes, if not something close to that. Harry Ashfield would be good to get out there too. That's a good shout right there. Yes, direct depends. That's good. Save us the 30 minutes. It's always a waste of goddamn time. I don't like the extra 30 minutes. It does nothing for anybody, in my opinion, other than guys sitting around kicking the ball and us watching paint dry. So direct depends. Hope for that. Hey, Welsh Chucky, how are you? Go listen to the Eat More Chips podcast if you haven't already. And Matt also says Harry Ashfield has been great in the J-Bod Cup. Yes, the Joey Bagadonis Cup, that is. A good idea, AO, about AO. Yeah, rest him. No need to play him. Play Foz 2.0. We'll be fine. Clean sheets incoming. All right, I'll get out of here. Show tomorrow. If anything breaks, if the printer goes, I'll be here live as we always are on the Local Pundit. I don't anticipate it I don't anticipate the printer to go off, but if it does, we'll be here at whatever clock time it is. So tomorrow lineup is we have a live watch along. I don't know if we're going to do Wrexham time. We'll check in on that, but Wrexham reaction for sure. We'll see. Just have to check with Patty if we're going to do Wrexham time. Not sure if people want to do that on the Joey Bagadonis Cup, but we'll see what goes. But definitely the watch along and Wrexham reaction. We'll figure out if we're going to do Wrexham time for that tomorrow. Please smash the like on your way out. Hey, Paul Kelly, how are you? Off topic, you need a Wrexham flag behind you on your blank wall. I got a lot behind me in that wall. I do. I got a lot behind that wall. Trust me, it's been in contention. But there's a boss, and don't put shit on my walls. There you go. So, all right, thanks for coming in. And on that bombshell, I'll see y'all soon.